So is that the situation with NBA YoungBoy?
Like, I ain't never had problems with dude.
Never.
I mean, like, that goes back to what I'm saying, like, you know, he ain't never did nothing to me, no harm to me or nobody around me. I never did no harm to him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, what is beef? You know what I'm saying? I feel like beef is when something has happened, blood has been shed, and that's beef to me. That's beef where I come from. I come from Memphis. So, you know what I'm saying? You know, I feel like if a rock been thrown away, that's when it's, you know, like it's that. On. But if it's not, you know.
Well, how do you figure out whether the other side is thinking the way that you thinking?
Cause something would have been happening. If you really want somebody hurt, you would get them hurt. Yeah. You would try. Even if it don't touch nobody around you, you would try. Right. You know what I'm saying? You will feel some tension. You will feel something. Right. You'll be paranoid, looking over your shoulder when you walk out your house or something. Right. But we just living, man. I mean, I feel like people got bigger fish to fry. Right. On the real.
Is it worth it to squash whatever misunderstanding there is?
That's power. That's power. Keeping cordial with everything, that's power. That's what people don't understand. You got everything cordial, you can control everything around you. So, I mean, I can't, I'm gonna let them people act like it's fun beefing with this group, that group. Something happened to you, you don't even know where it come from unless somebody rip on it.
The rap world has been itching for a spark all year, and it finally arrived in the form of a scorched earth freestyle from one of hip-hop's most polarizing figures, NBA YoungBoy, fresh off the massive success of his Mesa album and first ever headlining arena tour, decided the weekend was the perfect time to shake the internet. From inside the snow-covered walls of his Utah compound, YB delivered a blistering new drop titled Zero IQ Freestyle, and with it, he poured gasoline on a feud that had been simmering quietly in the background. Him versus NLE Choppa.
Let me know who beating me, bruh. Respectfully, the only nigga that's really respectfully, the only nigga that's really ahead in that space is YoungBoy. I'm 21, bro.
But make no mistake, this is no longer quiet. This is now a full-scale rap war. One involving billboards, viral disses, personal jabs, celebrity cameos, and a level of tension the culture hasn't seen in years.
I love NBA YoungBoy. YoungBoy my favorite rapper.
The visuals for Zero IQ Freestyle look like something out of a fever dream. YoungBoy, appearing possibly intoxicated and surrounded by stacks of money, is dropped off at the steps of his mansion. He stumbles inside, proceeding to roam from room to room with the reckless energy of someone who has nothing to lose and everything to prove. He flashes cash, jewelry, and aggression. He wakes up a sleeping friend by dumping water on him. He talks his talk with no filter, no restraint, and no fear of backlash.
It's NLE Choppa and YoungBoy. Everybody see YoungBoy ain't messing with nobody. The boy doing his thing, standing his own lane. And this nigga, yeah, I love him. I love him. I can feel him every time he drop a song. But NLE Choppa, instead of him doing his own thing, he say, you know what? I'm gonna attack this man. I'm gonna mess with him. That's how poor niggas in the street think. Instead of just letting me continue to move with my life, cause I ain't messing with nobody. I ain't out here trying to portray a street image or nothing like that. I'm just, and it's like, knowing that, there's always somebody in the cut envious and jealous of me.
And then the bombs start dropping. I pull up, I'm thugging and I'm clutching, you don't want to see me. I shoot the Glock, you ain't gonna beat me. The opening lines already sounded like a warning shot to anyone brave enough to test him, but the bars that sent the entire internet spiraling came a bit later. Respond to him, he ain't never ran nothing down. Everybody knew exactly who that was aimed at. No names needed, no tags, no just smoke.
You pussies don't know though. You hear me? Y'all don't know that boy in trouble. Y'all don't know that boy in trouble. Y'all don't know that boy in trouble. But I do, nigga. I do, nigga. And y'all think I'm crazy. I'm the fool. Okay, watch how this shit pan out. And we gonna really see who really the fucking fool. And we really gonna see who really the fucking one. Pussy, wipe that spit off your face, bitch. That boy in trouble.
NLE Choppa, now calling himself NLE The Great, opened this chapter weeks ago when he unleashed KO, a diss track built on the template of Tupac's legendary Hit 'Em Up. It was a bold move, bold enough to make fans question if Choppa understood just how deep YoungBoy's fan base runs. But Choppa wasn't smiling. He wasn't trolling. He went directly for YB's reputation. In KO, he painted YoungBoy as a toxin in the culture, a poison to the youth, and someone whose influence was actively harming the next generation. It was a heavy accusation, not just a rap bar, but a moral indictment. And the billboards? That was the nuclear button. Choppa's team placed gigantic KO diss track billboards in Baton Rouge, YoungBoy's home turf. It was a move so disrespectful, so theatrical, that it instantly elevated the beef from lyrical sparring to full-blown psychological warfare. If fans were confused before, they weren't anymore. This was personal. What makes Zero IQ Freestyle so explosive is not what YoungBoy says, but what he doesn't. He refuses to give Choppa the satisfaction of a full-on direct diss. He mocks the very idea of responding to someone not on his level. The line, "Respond to him? I said no," is one of the coldest, most dismissive tactics a rapper can use. It's the equivalent of smiling while your opponent screams in your face. It's psychological warfare. And what's wild? It worked. Fans started calling Choppa desperate, started calling him obsessed, started accusing him of using bots to boost his diss track numbers. Comment sections flooded with "Sit down, Choppa," and YoungBoy already ended you without a verse. But the tension didn't stop there, because in typical YoungBoy fashion, the freestyle wandered into multiple storylines, including one that set social media ablaze, a claim that one of his exes slept with both Kevin Durant and Ken Carson. "My girl slept with Kevin Durant and fed Ken Carson. She gon' tell me after I turned her up, you know I'm finna whoop this hoe." Overnight, the clip went viral. Entire fandoms lit up with conspiracy theories. KD started trending on X. Ken Carson fans went ballistic. The chaos only added fuel to the fire of YoungBoy's already flaming comeback year. But even with all those distractions, the central narrative remains the same. YoungBoy and NLE Choppa are officially at war, and the whole culture is watching. This isn't a sudden explosion. This is years of tension finally reaching a breaking point. For years, Choppa publicly expressed admiration for YoungBoy. He copied elements of his flow. He mimicked certain cadences. He even tried to brand himself as a younger, calmer, more positive version of the Baton Rouge superstar. At one point, he outright said he wanted to squash all beef with YB. But then came 2025. A rebrand, a new attitude, a refusal to bow anymore. And KO wasn't just a diss, it was a declaration of independence. Choppa was trying to prove he wasn't YoungBoy's little bro anymore. He wasn't a clone, he wasn't a shadow. But if the goal was to earn respect, YoungBoy didn't give him that. He gave him condescension, dismissal, indifference. And this, more than any bar, billboard, or diss, is what's making Choppa snap. Within hours of Zero IQ Freestyle going live, Choppa began teasing new diss material on social media. Subtweets, snippets, cryptic captions, clips of him in the studio punching in new lines. And one thing became clear. He wants blood. The billboards in Baton Rouge weren't a one-off stunt. He's committed to dragging this battle into every corner of the hip-hop world. He's engaging YoungBoy's fan base. He's taunting them. He's trying to make this a multi-city, multi-platform, multi-generation showdown. This isn't just a diss track beef anymore. This is branding. This is strategy. This is career repositioning. Choppa knows the quickest way to elevate yourself in hip-hop is to go after the giant, and YoungBoy is the biggest giant of his generation. But giants don't fall easily. YoungBoy fans, widely known as one of the most aggressive and loyal fan bases in music, immediately launched into action. Memes, reaction videos, live streams, fan edits. They flooded the internet with support for YB and mockery for Choppa. Choppa supporters responded in force, accusing YoungBoy fans of using fake comments and bots to manipulate the conversation. the same accusation that had been thrown at Choppa days earlier. Suddenly, this wasn't just about bars. It was about identity. It was about tribe. It was about two digital nations colliding on the battlefield of social media, each mobilizing behind their chosen general producers, DJs, rappers, influencers. Everyone is whispering privately, watching carefully, and waiting for the next move. Many are scared to speak publicly because this beef is radioactive. The wrong tweet could permanently damage a career. The wrong emoji under the wrong post could start a second beef. And behind the scenes, people are studying this moment because this war is bigger than the two men involved. It's exposing deeper issues in the new generation of rap. Ego, influence, online culture, fan politics, celebrity crossover, and the shifting power structure of hip-hop YoungBoy represents the unpredictable, emotional, raw, chaotic heart of modern rap. Choppa represents the polished, disciplined, algorithm-savvy version of the new generation. They are opposites. And that is exactly why this beef is electrifying the culture. The million-dollar question: does YoungBoy drop a direct diss? Right now, he doesn't need to. He already holds the upper hand in attention, numbers, cultural weight, and narrative control. But NLE Choppa is hungry, determined, and willing to poke the bear over and over until something gives. And something will give. Either Choppa drops a nuclear-level diss aimed at YoungBoy by name, or YoungBoy finally snaps and releases one of the most anticipated diss tracks of the decade. Either way, the rap world is strapped in for a long, explosive, unpredictable war between two of the most dynamic young artists in the game. And the next chapter could drop at any moment.